You're an online teacher looking into perhaps going independent and starting your own freelance business, then one of the things that you need to plan for and consider is what platform are you going to connect with your students with and teach them through. One platform that you might have come across during your research is Teach with Koala, but that's such a strange name. We always hear about Zoom and Loom, but what's Teach with Koala? Well, this session is going to look at exactly what Teach with Koala is and how it works for online teachers. You'll get a complete overview of the platform, including what it does, who it's for, and how you can utilize it for lessons. My name's Catherine, I'm from the OET. I help people, especially mums, start and succeed with an online ESL teaching career they can do at home around their families. And in today's session, we are talking all about the online teaching platform Teach with Koala. So what exactly is this platform then? It's a teaching platform that's designed for online teachers specifically, not just ESL, but for any tutors who are running a freelance business and want a way to connect with their students online. It provides you with the tools to help teachers manage and deliver online lessons, also with more engagement. The platform includes features such as your standard whiteboard with some digital interactive tools, but with Teach with Koala, compared to other platforms, they offer some really fancy, incredible features that are going to take your online lessons up a notch to the next level. And we'll get into that for a second, but I just want to cover who Teach with Koala is actually designed for. Well, there's not one specific teacher that it's in mind with. Initially, it was designed for ESL teachers, so teachers like yourself and me who are teaching English as a second language online. And the reason for that is because there wasn't really a platform that had everything that we needed as teachers to help bring our lessons to life and engage our students and reward them for their effort and input. So Teach with Koala was designed to provide all of that under one roof. There's also issues in terms of connectivity to students around the world, particularly in China, and being able to invoice those students. So Teach with Koala provides a way that we are able to invoice students from around the world through their system. So it helps have everything all in one place, ensuring that you can focus on what you do best, which is teaching your students. Now that it has expanded, tutors from all walks of life are now using the platform. You have teachers who focus on Orton Gillihan with dyslexia. You have teachers teaching maths, Chinese, Spanish, all kinds of tutors. You think of the topic and they are there. And the platform is perfect for teachers who focus on supporting children because of all the interactive features. Now, this platform is not for people who are working with an online ESL company, because companies generally have their own platform set up for you to connect with their students. So if you're focused solely on teaching with an established online ESL company, then Teach with Koala is not something that you need right now. But if you are moving away from companies and you're starting to build up your freelance tutoring business, then Teach with Koala is the platform that could be the right choice for you in terms of their amazing features, which is what we're going to get into next. The thing that stood out for me with Teach with Koala is their incredible interactive elements that you will not find anywhere else. Teach with Koala stands out because of the engagement opportunities that they provide for teachers and students to use in every single class. So not only do they have whiteboard features with drawing tools and sticky notes, you have your standard things where you can write something in text or draw an item and also erase it as well. You're also able to move the student's camera onto the screen as well and yourself. So that's great for if you're focused on group classes and you can highlight particular students so they can take turns, or you can move students onto different parts of your curriculum. For example, if there are speech bubbles, then you can have different student spaces for each speech bubble so they know exactly what it is you want them to do and to read out that particular sentence in the class. They also have something called the Co browser, which is a tool that I used every single lesson when I was teaching private classes. So the co-browser is exactly what it sounds like. It's a internet browser that both yourself and your students can access at the same time. And of course, as all teachers need, we do have the control to be able to turn on and off the students' access to different elements in the browser. But the point of the co-browser is so that you can both interact with materials on the internet at the same time. So if there's an online game, your students can actually click and interact with the activity themselves rather than asking you, oh, can you click on this option? Can you do that word? They can do it independently, which is fantastic for increasing that excitement and the engagement and motivating them to participate in their lessons. Now moving back to the whiteboard within Teach with Koala, you're actually able to upload images and PowerPoints into the whiteboard itself. You can use your teaching materials either in the co-browser live or pre-downloaded onto slides within the whiteboard that your students and yourself can draw and interact with there too. One thing we touched about earlier on is that within Teach with Koala, you have an invoicing system. So you don't have to use other invoicing systems. You can use everything in one place with Teach with Koala. And what this means is that you can send out an invoice to your students around the world, and the fees are collected by Teach with Koala and sent over to you in one easy payment. So it's super simple to set up your student invoicing and send them off. So you don't have to use other invoicing systems. You can use everything in one place with Teach with Koala. And what this means is that you can send out an invoice to your students around the world, and the fees are collected by Teach with Koala and sent over to you in one easy payment. One incredible feature that I really want to highlight that you will not find anywhere else is the playground. The playground is like nothing else I have seen in the teaching sphere. Think of this as kind of like Minecraft, but for teaching online. So you have this online world that you and your students can go into, and you can use blocks to build different environments and be as creative as possible to create these whole different worlds that your students can learn with. You can use that as a reward system together, or you can even teach in a 3D mode with your students. Each person that's in the classroom has an avatar. So you control this 3D avatar to be able to click different things, to move around within that playground environment. And you can upload images. Teach with Koala have some different 3D elements that you can purchase and add into your playground to make it even more realistic and inviting, and a really incredible 3D learning experience with your students. I have not seen something like this anywhere else. And this was the complete life and joy for my online live lessons with my students. They absolutely loved time in the playground. It added that extra element of excitement and joy for my students and built a real love for learning online, especially for my students who struggled with English or didn't want to be there. This gave English a whole new life for them. So how do teachers go about using the platform then? Because you don't have to use all of these tools at the same time. Some classes are just focused on the whiteboard. Some classes we taught all the time in the playground. But most of the time I actually use the co-browser because all of my teaching material was in Canva. So I could share the Canva link in the co-browser and use activities such as WordWall, and then I would end in the playground, as that was something that my students could build up for and use as a reward. So that was kind of what I did for my lessons. But the best thing you could do to get started with Teach with Koala and have a bit of a play around is to create your teacher account. Now, I recommend using the link underneath this video because it will provide you with a whole month's free access to all of the tools and platform benefits within Teach with Koala. Then if you choose to sign up, you'll get an extra 20% off of your yearly pro subscription. Now, this is an affiliate link, so that does mean that if you do choose to sign up via my link, I will earn a small commission from that. Thank you ever so much if you do choose to access Teach with Koala through my link below. Next, you want to create an invoice directly within Teach with Koala and share this with your students. And then Teach with Koala can collect those payments from your students and send that off to you. Next, you want to be able to actually invite your students with a classroom link, which you can easily find within your Teach with Koala dashboard. Finally, your lesson is going ahead and getting started, and you can make use of all of the fun interactive classroom tools that Teacher Koala provides. Finally, if you want to go an extra step further, you can provide review materials to your students after class with the Koala stories. Now, this is not something that I suggest you get started with right away, but it's just something I wanted to share with you that you could access at a later date, even further educational resources for your students at home that they can complete after class as a review, but in a really fun, engaging way. So how does Teacher Koala actually differ from other teaching platforms? Well, Teacher Koala, as you'll have seen, you're able to actually use so many interactive teaching tools that your student will want to count down the time for their next lesson. They'll be so excited to come back to you. You can organize all of your lessons in one place, either using the whiteboard or the co-browser. It just makes managing your lesson materials so much easier with having everything all there ready in one place rather than having to go here, there, and everywhere. You can run your lessons without needing multiple different apps. Even with your invoices can be done through Teacher Koala's platform as well. So everything is streamlined and much easier for you, so you can focus on your teaching skills and supporting your students rather than all the admin that comes alongside running a freelance business. So your next step is to sign up with that link below, gain your free month, spend some time exploring the platform for yourself to see what Teacher Koala offers and how that could support you with growing your freelance teaching business. If you found this video helpful, make sure to click that subscribe button because I share videos just like this every single week to help you grow your teaching business. I'll see you soon, friends. Bye.